Hey guys, welcome back to the Brother Sports Podcast. This is episode 10 here with Rylan.
Yep, as always, we're finally in the double digits. It took
Yeah.
us 10 weeks,
That's crazy. It's already
but
been 10 weeks though.
I know. Well, also, just to announce that we finally have 1,000 total downloads, which is pretty cool. It's a big milestone.
Oh
Kinda.
yeah. Like 1,000. I was thinking of our gaming ones.
Yeah. We have way more than that. But yeah, we finally have 1,000, so thank you guys for that.
Yeah, appreciate you.
We're obviously going to continue to grow and stuff like that.
Yeah. And share this.
So we great.
Share your podcast with a friend. Yeah. Every friend you know. I don't care if they like sports or not. Just share it with them.
Yeah.
If they don't like sports, tell them we have a gaming one as well. If they're in the gaming. So.
And if they don't like game, we have a music one. I'm kidding. But
maybe
we can go and get maybe one day. I don't know.
Probably not.
But we can go ahead and get started here.
All right. So according to Pat Riley, the Heat could have won 5 or 6 championships if LeBron wouldn't have left to go to Cleveland the second time, obviously.
Honestly, the way the Heat is, I could see it.
Well, I think they could have, but I think they would have had to move some pieces because Chris Bosh.
They would still have to go against that Warriors team.
Yeah. Well, they could have beat that Warriors team, honestly, but like I said, Chris Bosh was getting blood clots and crap. So they'd have probably had to replace him with somebody.
And D-Wade was starting to decline.
Yeah.
Like, he
was still good, though. Like, he was still good. And even when he went back to the Heat after he was with the Bulls and the Cavaliers, he was good. Like, he was pretty much their main scorer.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just, I think they could have won 5 or 6, but I'm happy LeBron did leave. I wanted him to stay. I didn't want him to go back to Cleveland, but I'm happy now that he did get back to Cleveland.
Because he made that promise,
Yeah.
The greatest comeback of all time,
Seeing him and Kyrie play together, like, it was awesome. Like,
oh yeah.
I'm happy he went back.
Was. Yeah. Yeah. One of the greatest guards of all time, on this team. Yeah. Not Curry, but on that. See, we got a taste of that duo in the Olympics. It was overpowered.
Oh my gosh, dude! Like, it was.
That whole team was just stacked. They should have. It was ridiculous.
LeBron should have went to the Warriors, or Curry should have went to the Lakers or something. Like, that was nice.
No, I want LeBron on the Warriors. I'll keep that Warriors roster because it's pretty stacked still. Right now.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad at all. I mean, crap, they're first in the West right now. I'm pretty sure.
I think they're second or third now.
Are they?
I think
because the last time I looked, they were.
I checked yesterday because a couple days ago, they were first. Let me pull it up real quick, and I'll tell you.
The last time the Warriors and Cavs were first seed, they went to the final together.
Yeah, Warriors are third now. OKC's first with 14-4. The Rockets are second with 14-6. The Rockets.
Ashton, I told you they're going to make it to the finals.
I don't understand. That team is full of complete no-names, man. You got Dylan, trash, wash, tight end Brooks on that team. You got Jeff Green, which is washed out of his prime. I like Jeff Green though. Like, I like Jeff Green, but he's washed. And then the Warriors are third with 12-6. Grizzlies are fourth, 12-7. Lakers are fifth, 11-7. That Rockets team, man, like, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And then the Cavs lost to the Hawks of all teams last night by 11. So
I know.
17-2.
I was like, I seen that crap. I was like, what?
Yeah, I couldn't believe
whenever we were playing.
To be honest, like, Trae Young had 22 assists and his whole team popped off, so that's hard to stop. So that won't happen again.
He almost had.
The Hawks aren't that good. Like, they're ninth in the East right now, 8-11, and the Cavs are 17.
I'm pretty sure. Isn't the most assists in the game 30?
I don't know. Probably John Stockton.
I'm pretty sure it's from John Stockton. Trae Young could have got that. Maybe he's close. That's ridiculous. 22 assists.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll go ahead and read this article here.
All right.
But in a recent appearance on the OG show, President Pat Riley raised some eyebrows when he spoke about LeBron's tenure with the franchise. According to Riley, LeBron left championships on the table, when he left the Heat in 2014. And, he could have won 6 or more titles had he given it more time. Which I believe that, honestly, to be honest. Because, especially how skilled LeBron was, especially in the Cavs era. That second Cavs stint.
Yeah.
He was
my gosh, 2018 LeBron?
Beyond human.
But to be honest with you, he might not have been that level if he would have stayed on the Heat, because he would have had to still kind of step back a little bit to let Dwayne Wade do his thing and stuff. 2018, it was just LeBron. Like, there was nobody.
Yeah.
Because Kevin Love's trash and Kyrie left. So it was just LeBron. LeBron had to carry. He had to put that team on his back. He had to be superhuman to even make it to the finals, and they did make it to the finals.
He did make
if he would have stayed with the Heat, if he was with the Heat in 2018, I don't know if LeBron would have played on that same amount of level, because he had to take a step back.
That 2018 playoff run was the greatest playoff run of all time. I don't care what you MJ fans say or whatnot.
Oh my gosh, dude. LeBron,
that 2018 run, he averaged
just in that
like
playoffs,
30,
he hit like 3 game winners.
Actually, no, he almost averaged like 40 a game. He almost averaged basically a 40, point triple-double that whole playoff series.
The finals,
and he got
like every finals, beaters. He was averaging almost a 20-some point triple-double.
Yeah, in that first game in the 2018, finals, the J.R. Smith game. He got 51 points. That's like the second most of all time, ever in a finals game. So
it was crazy watching him play then, and he's still crazy to watch now. Now he's trying to let it be AD's team, so he's taking a step back, getting more assists and crap.
Yeah, last game he had a triple-double.
Yeah, he only had 18 points.
Yeah,
but
he had 16 points.
He's trying to take a step back. Dude's almost 40 years old. He's trying to let it be AD's team.
He's gotten 5 triple-doubles so far this season. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. But he can still score when he wants to. He got 35 that one game.
Yeah.
When he doesn't want to be the second man, he scores.
Pops off.
Yeah.
That one.
Whenever AD's being trash, he needs to be that first man. LeBron can still be that first man.
Yeah.
He's voluntarily being the second man, not because he can't because of his age, not because the team's telling him to. It's because he wants to be the second man.
Yeah, he said multiple times he wants
he said that for the past 3 years. He just couldn't do it because AD can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
But now, so far anyway, he's able to do it. But going back to Heat and LeBron, Pat Riley said, it didn't upset me, but it hurt me that we couldn't keep that team together, because I think it was a 5 or 6 championship team. Riley said on the OG's podcast with Udonis Haslem, Mike Miller.
It's considered a super team.
Yeah.
LeBron's kind of started the super team type stuff in the 2010s with that.
Even though MJ already had it back in the 90s.
But back then, that wasn't considered a super team.
But
it
is.
No, it is, yeah. Obviously, but...
He went on to say, I really do. If we could have kept them all together and stayed healthy from that standpoint, but the nature of the game is what it is. And then it says the Heat made 4 consecutive NBA Finals appearances during the Big 3 era, winning back-to-back championships.
2010, 2014.
2013.
Yeah, so they had 4, straight finals appearances. And then LeBron continued to get 4 more after that, which is still beyond crazy to me.
Yeah.
But, LeBron's stint with the Heat was the shortest of his, career. But it was also his most successful from 2010-2014. He led the Heat to back-to-back championships with 4 straight finals appearances. He won 2 MVPs And also, I'm pretty sure a lot of those years he was like top 5 in defensive player of the year, stuff like that. He should have got one in 2013, but he got robbed. But he averaged 26.9 points per game, 7.6 rebounds, and 6.7 assists per game on 54.3% shooting with 4 years on the Heat. He also, I mean, he basically won like every single one of his MVPs on the Heat. Besides one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Because he won 2009 on the
Could've won 'em
Cavs.
every year, but
I know, basically every year. Start from 07 to now, should be LeBron.
yeah, 03 to now. They got his rookie.
I don't care if Melo had better stats than him in his rookie season. LeBron should have.
Where's Melo at
Actually,
now? Wash.
LeBron deserved a lot of those MVPs, like how John Stockton got those too.
I think just what he's doing at his age, he should get MVP.
Oh yeah, he's averaging a triple double almost.
20 points
at 40.
right
at 40,
he's averaging like 23, 8 and 9 or something crazy, man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And listen, he's not in his prime anymore. People say. I've heard a lot of people say that.
Dude was born in his prime.
He was born with a basketball. Like his mom, like pushed out a basketball too.
Yeah, probably, daggone.
But with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh in their prime, the Heat were a dominant force in the East and a level above the competition. That stretch included, a famed 27-game win streak with, some of the best basketball LeBron's, ever played in his career, and also some of the most controversial because, Cavs fans hated LeBron when he first joined the Heat. They hated him until he came back. Then they were like, "Let's go, we got LeBron back." Yeah.
I remember that 27-game win streak. Everybody was so mad. And then that was the season that Ray Allen left the Celtics to go to the Heat. So I remember Paul Pierce. Obviously, he was still in the Celtics. But, everybody was mad at Ray Allen that was on the Celtics because he went to the Heat.
Yeah, and because they did win a championship like 3 years before that.
Because I think it was when the Heat won like 22 or 24 in a row. Paul Pierce was like, "Oh, that team's full of people that nobody likes." Like, he was so mad that they were on that winning streak and they went on to win 27 in a row.
Paul Pierce is scared of LeBron.
Oh yeah, he's always dominated.
That whole Celtics team is probably scared of LeBron.
I remember watching, man. It was a very hated.
For example,
a very rivalry team to play. Like the Celtics and the Heat were, and even the Celtics and Cleveland when LeBron was on there, like they were rivals. Like it was rough to watch.
It's LeBron.
I mean, it's fun to watch, but it was rough. Like they played rough and they played aggressive.
Yeah. And LeBron apparently couldn't survive the night.
Yeah. But I remember LeBron. I think another reason why he left Miami is because he said that those 4 seasons on Miami where, nobody liked him because he left Cleveland. Like he said he was playing the game the way he didn't want to play it. He was playing it like a bad guy. He was playing it as the villain.
He was getting called the villain and stuff like that. He
was playing it like that. He was playing it mad. That's why he was like going off and crap.
For example, Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals against Boston, when he scored like 45 or whatever. Yeah. That is the exact example of what you mean. The villain, that stare. That's how you knew he was locked in. Like you're not.
He was playing it mad. Like he said he didn't like playing the game like that. So I think that's a big reason why he left. Is because he
he played that. He played just like that in 2018 though.
Yeah, but it's different because everybody liked him. Like he had to play like that because daggone, they wouldn't have won.
Yeah,
team was full of nobodies, dude. Like I like Kyle Korver, but Kyle Korver was out of his prime. You got J.R. Smith that's trash and throws games because he drinks too much.
He wasn't even close to his prime then. Apparently,
he drinks too much Henny and can't read a shot clock.
Oh wait. Wait, what's that time say?
Can't see just what the score is.
Yeah, but I got here. It says, sadly, it all ended in the summer of 2014 when James decided to say goodbye to the Heat in favor to return to his hometown
10
of
years
Cleveland.
ago.
Yep, that's
10
crazy.
years ago. Holy crap. That's
Time's flying
ridiculous.
by.
I'm so old.
And LeBron's still in the league, dominating, Ashton.
I know. Ryan's old, though.
Keep that in mind. He was literally 30. He was literally 30 whenever he went back to the Cavs. And then someone tweeted out, "Oh, LeBron's 30. This crap won't go on much longer."
10 years later, dude's 40 years old, still dominating, man.
Yeah. But, he returned to the Cavs. He traded Wade and Bosh for Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, and the trio would go on to win a championship together 2 years after. Riley believed that James should have never left, and they could have won even more championships if they have stayed with Wade and Bosh.
Or got Kyrie to the Heat.
Imagine that. That'd be overpowered as crap.
And they had Ray Allen too, because 2014 was Ray Allen's last year.
Yeah, but he still hit clutch
even
shots
though he didn't retire officially until years later. I think maybe if LeBron would have stayed, Ray Allen might have came back.
Yeah, I bet Ray Allen loved playing with LeBron.
Oh yeah, he loved playing with LeBron and Dwayne Wade, and
who wouldn't? I mean,
yeah.
But it says here, together, there's no doubt that the big three were amongst the best tandems in the NBA at the time, or of all time, obviously. But they were very much on the decline. Not LeBron, but Wade and Bosh.
Yeah.
And it was it would have been extremely difficult for them to win any more championships after going back to back in 2012 and 13. For one, the rise of the Golden State Warriors. Like, as I said, like LeBron would have had to worry about the Warriors, even though he would have been still on the Heat, because he's obviously most likely going to make the finals. Still, he's LeBron,
Yeah, I mean,
like
eight straight finals appearances.
Yeah, it wasn't the team; it's just LeBron.
Yeah, exactly.
But the 2014-15 campaign was the twilight of Stephen Curry, the Stephen Curry era, and was nothing. Nothing was going to get in the way of the NBA takeover. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green would have been a tough matchup for the Heat, who were not nearly the same offensive team. Imagine a prime Heat versus the prime Warriors. Imagine that in the finals.
Got Ray Allen against Steph Curry.
Oh, yeah. There's 3-point mirage. Oh, my Lord. Who would have most?
Ray Allen.
Curry hit it half court and Ray Allen hit it back at him.
Yeah.
I'd see something like that.
Steph Curry would hit it half court and Ray Allen would be like, "Oh yeah, I got full court on your honey."
It's like he'll put McDonald, a young McDonald. You guys don't know about young McDonald. Me and Asher were playing 2K. This AI on the what's it called?
The courts, like dunes and crap.
Yeah. This AI, he just chucked a full court shot and swooshed it. I'm like,
young McDonald's got range. Yeah. What's a step?
Yeah. He didn't do it again, but he said he was 1 for 1. He wasn't missing again. But yeah. I got here also, that's not to mention the Heat big three were already in a decline, whether LeBron left or not. They were going to need major roster changes, to compensate for Wade's fading impact and Bosh's failing health. It was only, a few years after LeBron's departure that the Heat had to start over entirely. And it wasn't long before that they were back on top, on top of the map. And, a few years later, they obviously made it to the finals. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Without LeBron or Wade. So imagine if Wade was on that team, he could have had a chance to get his fourth championship. Even though that Lakers team, that Lakers team, even without the bubble, they were title contenders.
Oh, definitely.
They were.
People blame it on the bubble, like, oh, the bubble was weak. No, man, like,
oh, Mickey Mouse ring. Like the bubble's literally
wasn't
the
matter.
second hardest championship ever.
Yeah.
And LeBron, he's had the 2 hardest championships of all time.
Come back 3-1 and then the bubble ring.
Yeah, like there was no distraction. It was just pure basketball, pure hoop.
Yeah.
Everyone was at
fans, man. Like just
everyone was at 100%. So there's no excuse of just LeBron and the Lakers.
That was just a good team, man. That was just a great team, great roster.
Oh yeah, I really wish our roster would have never split up.
I mean, yeah, they'd be old as crap now, like Rajon Rondo and crap, but still, I don't even care.
Yeah.
We just need bigs. Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. Those two specifically should not have left. They should not have let them go.
But I got a little bit else here. James, meanwhile, returned to the finals the very next summer, and a few summers after that, because he's the GOAT. But with a fresh new team and everything like that, and teammates that are ready to win at all costs. So in the end, LeBron was right for leaving when he did, and he was likely saw that before anyone else. Because after that 2014 season, like I would have seen it too. Like if you look at the stats, it's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron was the only person on that team to score 20 plus. And D Wade was the second with like 16 a game.
Yeah.
That series.
But Dwayne Wade, he was having trouble with his knees.
Yeah, he wasn't healthy that series. So that's really all I have on that. So yeah, it was basically the best decision he made to leave that Heat team. Definitely. Even though he could have probably could have maybe got a few more championships under its belt. But I think it was worth it. That 3-1 comeback championship is worth more than Michael Jordan's.
In Cleveland.
In Cleveland, especially. He made that promise. That's worth more than Michael Jordan's whole entire championship. Just in one ring, so,
Yeah.
It was definitely worth it. And then, a few years later, he won another chip.
Yeah.
With the Lakers. I just think it's more impressive winning a championship of 3 than just one team.
Yeah, I do too.
Because you have to be lucky to even players spend their whole entire career not even making to the finals. LeBron did it 8 times in a row.
Yeah, crazy.
He has been in the finals 10 times. Like he's a franchise of his own.
Yeah.
But we can go ahead and move on to the next topic because probably quite a bit. I was gonna say probably is.
All right. They talked about it a couple weeks ago. Paul George, he's hoping to be back next week because he came back and then got hurt again. So he's hoping to be.
Are you surprised?
No, I'm not.
But tall.
It's not a very long topic. I just wanted, basically, Paul George just retired.
So, 76ers forward Paul George is hoping to return within 1 week. The Star told reporters Tuesday, including Keith Plumlee of the Philadelphia, Inquisitor. George, exited last week's contest against the Grizzlies after sustaining a bone bruise in his left knee. It's always his knee, man. It's that knee. That knee's just screwed. He needs to retire.
I mean, he can still score when he plays.
Yeah, but he just can't stay healthy.
AD, man.
But he missed the 76ers' previous 2 games and had already been ruled out of Wednesday's clash versus the Houston Rockets, the GOATs of the NBA right now. Yeah. So, but George
for
was
what, though? I don't even get it.
I know
the roster isn't good. Unless their schedule's just they're playing garbage. I don't know, man.
I have no idea. But, George was sidelined for at least 2 more contests, and if he doesn't play over the next week. So it says here also, Joel Embiid and Kyle Overly are also unavailable for Wednesday's tilt. As public, George acknowledged how difficult it's been, unable to help his teammates. They navigate injuries to himself and Embiid. That's the best duo in the NBA, him and Embiid.
Yeah, on the bench.
On the bench. They need Kawhi's new shoes.
Kawhi's on the bench too.
Yeah. But here's a little quote here. It says, you look at the guys, that came here for that reason of playing alongside myself, Joel, and Tyrese. And we're asking them to do a lot in the absence of us. It's tough for me to watch that, George told reporters. So, according to Putney, guys are putting everything on the line. Some of them are getting banged up, so that's a challenging part of a personal point. That's why, I'm working extremely hard to try to come back. Because Paul George, he wants to play, just he can't stay healthy. And then Joel Embiid, he doesn't want to play.
No, he keeps picking fights.
He's like, I won my MVP. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't deserve it. But Luka did that year, especially.
In this article, it says that the 76ers sit second last in association with the 3-13. They still sit second last in the whole NBA with 3-14 now. And
14.
last is the Wizards with 2-15.
Yeah, the Wizards.
Look how Kuzma deserves is too.
Yeah, Jordan Poole. He's trying to carry, but he can't.
Kuzma's washed. He's hard to carry.
Yeah. It's a little hard to carry washed.
You have anything else for that?
No, that's all I have. As you said, it's not a really long topic.
Yeah, it's going to be a short. Which is good because the first one was cool.
Yeah, so it kind of evens out, I guess.
Yeah. All right, guys, we appreciate you for listening. Follow our podcast, YouTube and Instagram. Those are the only 2, right?
Yeah.
And then we don't have any merch yet, so just follow our...
We'll get merch eventually, just, it'll take time.
Yeah.
Because we need to make a new logo for merch.
Yeah.
Because, obviously our logo isn't fit for merch.
But other than that, guys, just if you're into gaming, want some gaming news, follow and listen to our gaming podcast, Two Brothers Gaming.
Yep.
Other than that, you have anything else?
No, that's all I have. As I said, follow our other podcasts if you like gaming. Make sure to listen to our previous episodes if you guys haven't already as well. And as I said, at the beginning of this episode, we finally have 1,000 downloads, so it's pretty cool as well. So thank you guys for that. We really appreciate it, and we love talking about sports and stuff like that, and gaming as well on our other podcast. So we're really grateful for the stuff that's happened to us so far. So yeah, that's all I have.
All right. Appreciate you guys. We'll catch you next episode.